That look, you know it all too well. You get up for 1 second, and your spot is already theirs. Then they stare at you with that expression that seems to say, "So, what are you going to do now?" If you've always thought it was just about the warmth, you're missing 90% of the story. Get ready, because you're about to find out what they're really telling you. Are you ready to become your feline's personal interpreter? Buckle up, we're about to enter their mind. 1. A total immersion in your scent. The first, and perhaps most touching reason, is a true sensory immersion into your world. A cat's sense of smell is up to 14 times more powerful than ours. While for us a scent is just a sensation, for them it's information, an emotion. Your chair, your side of the sofa, are imbued with your unique scent, which to your cat is the very essence of safety and belonging. When they nestle there, they aren't just occupying a physical space. They're wrapping themselves in a cocoon of tranquility that smells like you. It's their way of feeling protected and loved, even when you're not petting them. In-depth practical tip. If you need to move them, avoid doing so abruptly. First, offer them a worthy alternative. Prepare a satellite bed near you. A box with an old sweatshirt of yours or a blanket you often use inside it. This way, you're not denying them the comfort of your scent, but gently teaching them where their special spot next to yours is. Fascinating, isn't it? And we're only at the first point. If you want to learn how to decode these and other secret messages from your cat to build an even stronger bond, I invite you to subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next discoveries we'll make together. 2. A clever and calculated bid for attention. Let's not underestimate the intelligence of our feline friends. They have perfectly learned the law of cause and effect. What almost always happens when they take your spot? You approach them, talk to them, pet them to convince them to move, or maybe you laugh at the scene. Mission accomplished. They've gotten what they wanted, your full and undivided attention. It's a strategy as simple as it is brilliant, a way to place themselves at the center of your world in that precise moment. Strategic solution. Prevention is better than a cure. Cats that engage in this behavior often have an unmet need for interaction. Establish dedicated daily play appointments, preferably in the morning and evening when they are most active. Use wand toys with feathers to simulate a hunt. Just 15 minutes of intense play can satisfy their predatory instinct and their need for attention, making the chair theft less necessary. 3. The science of feline thermoregulation. Cats are biological machines designed to conserve energy. Their average body temperature is around 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit, 38.5 degrees Celsius, which is higher than ours. Maintaining this heat requires calories. That's why they are instinctively drawn to any source of warmth. A sunbeam, a radiator, and yes, the spot you've just warmed with your body for the last hour. It's a choice dictated by a primordial physiological need. By occupying your seat, your cat saves precious energy that it would otherwise have to use to maintain its ideal body temperature. Wellness tip: offer them alternative thermal luxuries. There are self-warming beds that reflect the cat's own body heat, or you can simply place fleece or Sherpa blankets on their favorite windowsills. In winter, a hot water bottle wrapped in a towel inside their bed will be a princely gift. 4. The social ritual of sharing. To understand this point, we must think of the cat not as a solitary animal, but as a social being with complex rules. In a feline colony, members who have a good relationship often practice scent mingling by sleeping in the same spots or rubbing against each other. When your cat takes your place, it's performing a social ritual. It's mixing its scent with yours, creating a group scent, a family perfume that defines who belongs to the clan. It's a gesture of profound inclusion. Reinforcing action. Welcome this gesture. When you find them in your chair, take a moment to pet them slowly before moving them. This reinforces the sharing ritual and communicates to them that their gesture of belonging has been received and appreciated. 5. The scene of the crime, a scent investigation. Your chair is an open book that your cat can read with its nose. Every emotion you feel, from stress to calm, produces chemical changes in your body that translate into olfactory signals imperceptible to us, but crystal clear to them. They can smell the adrenaline if you were tense watching a movie, or the endorphins if you were relaxed. If you ate a snack, the microparticles of food are an irresistible clue. What seems like a simple cushion to you is, to them, a crime scene to be analyzed, a news bulletin all about you. Environmental enrichment tip. Take advantage of their detective skills. Hide some kibble around the house to stimulate their sense of smell and their mind. This is called a food puzzle. This will satisfy their innate curiosity and make your chair a little less interesting. Let's pause here for a moment, halfway through our journey. Have these first 5 points already given you some insight? Which behavior do you recognize most in your own cat? Perhaps they're a little detective like we just described, or a tireless seeker of your scent. Tell me about your experience in the comments below. It's wonderful to compare stories and discover the 1,000 facets of our feline friends. And now let's continue with the last 5 reasons. 6. The search for positive energy. Cats are extremely sensitive to energies and routines. They associate places with states of mind. Your favorite armchair is where you relax, where your posture is looser, your breathing calmer. They perceive this. That spot becomes an anchor of tranquility. When they occupy it, they are not just seeking physical comfort, but emotional comfort as well. They are trying to absorb and make that vibration of peace and security their own, the one you emanate when you are there. Holistic solution. Create more oases of peace in the house. A soft rug in a quiet area, a cushion on a chest. If they see you using multiple spots to relax, they will become less obsessed with a single throne. 7. Territory, security, and control. Yes, cats are territorial, but not in the aggressive sense we often assume. Their territory is their map of safety. Marking an object with their scent, by rubbing their cheeks on it, for example, is like planting a flag that says, "This place is safe, it's under control, it's part of my happy kingdom." Your chair, often being in a central and elevated position, is a strategic observation point. By controlling it, your cat feels it has control over its environment, which is fundamental to its psychological balance. Practical management tip. To prevent territorial marking from extending to scratching, place a good quality vertical scratching post right next to the armchair or sofa in question. This way, when they feel the need to mark, they'll have an approved and irresistible option within paw's reach. 8. A subtle assertion of social status. Within the social dynamics of a home, even between a human and a cat, fluid hierarchies exist. Occupying a place of prestige, the spot of the pack leader, you, is a way for the cat to assert its own high status within the family unit. It's not a challenge for power, but rather an affirmation of privilege. It's as if to say, "I am also important in this house, and I deserve to occupy the best spots." That smug look is the manifestation of their self-confidence. The correct approach: never get into a power struggle. If you need the seat, don't just shoo them away. Use a cheerful verbal cue, "Come on," and lure them to the floor with a treat or their favorite toy. Moving should be their choice, rewarded by something positive. This keeps the relationship based on trust, not force. 9. The mirror effect. You are my role model. Cats, especially those with a very strong bond with their human, tend to imitate their habits. It's a behavior learned from kittenhood, when they imitated their mother to learn how to hunt and clean themselves. If you spend hours in a certain spot, your cat registers it as an important and desirable activity. By replicating your behavior, they are not only paying homage to you, but also reinforcing their role within the family dynamic by sharing your routines. A point for reflection. Consider this behavior the highest of compliments. Your cat esteems you so much that it wants to emulate you. It is actively trying to share its life with you, not just its space. 10. The synthesis of it all, an act of unconditional love. In the end, if we strip this behavior of all its ethological layers, what remains is the purest and simplest core: love. Your cat occupies your spot because that place is the ultimate expression of you in your absence. It's warm, it's comfortable, but above all, it smells like you. It's a way to fill the void when you get up, to stay connected to your energy, to tell you, I miss you even if you're only 10 feet away. It's a love letter written with the body. As you can see, such a common gesture as stealing your seat is actually an incredibly multifaceted behavior, a mosaic of instinct, psychology, and deep affection. The next time it happens, look at your cat with new eyes. Smile because you have just received one of the most sincere declarations your cat can ever make. And now I'm curious to know, what's the favorite spot your cat always steals from you? The office chair, the sofa, or maybe even your pillow at night? Write it down in the comments below. Let's create a collection of the funniest and sweetest stories. If this video helped you decipher the secret language of your feline friend, show us your appreciation with a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss our next deep dives. And if you know someone else who has a chair thief at home, share this video with them. It might help them understand their little friend better. Thanks for watching and see you next time.